And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Washington Redskins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Melvin Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub.
From the gun, Winston finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight ends right. What's tight ends right. Rip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's good for a Redskin 1st down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
I got him. Hey, on. Hey, back up. Yellow. 52.
Smith on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 15. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. Out of the gun, Smith. Forced out to his left. Able to get away. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. To the air again, Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, on. Orange.
After the interception, here's Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
12.
He'll get it up the middle. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Five down. Stand up in. Tighten up. Let's go. Gun. No, right. Yellow. We're talking about it. And bring it. Hey, gun. Check three. Check 12. Liz.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's convert. Green, triple C.
2nd down, Winston. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Force. 3.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
On. 15, yeah.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, 15. Hey, slot.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Noah Spence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Hey, on. Move. 3 down. Hey, slot. 15.
3rd and long, it's Smith. And it's caught off the deflection. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard.
Check me out. We got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there's going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch tight ends right. Tight ends right. Force. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Force. 3. Force. I got more.
They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, force. 3.
3rd and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Able to shake him off. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
12. Regular.
On first down, Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, back up. Liz, huh? Liz. Hey, slot. Liz. Hey, slot.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Over the middle, complete. That's Quinn. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Throwing is Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he's flushed out right. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Force! Hey, 4 down. Force!
Fitzpatrick on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker. And he coughed it up. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, slot. Rip. Do your job.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Looking long for his tight end Reed. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Complete. Richardson has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Smith now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
15, 52. Alert.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Force!
Throwing again here. Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 10. It's Williams on the catch. Oh, he sheds himself free. Still on his feet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now here's Johnson. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out now come the Redskins. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it, and the Buccaneers have it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Shakes off the sack. Flush to his right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We got 4.
I thought going into the 2018 draft, running back was a priority for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they got one of the best ones in the draft in Ronald Jones II out of USC. He's a guy who knows how to make people miss, but also not afraid to roll his shoulder and make his own way.
And that's what we saw there as he powered his way forward for the first. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
3. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
4 down. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Force. 3. 3. He's crashing.
First down, Fitzpatrick. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
4 down.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The safety, T.J. Ward, in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the second.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Hey, back up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run it with a fullback. This is Austin Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Back now in Tampa. The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Let's go. Let's go. Tiger. 15. We got 5.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Quinn. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It was Mitch Unrein that made the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, slot. Kill. Turn up. Let's go, 15. Hey, back up.
Smith on 1st down. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Hey,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Liz.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Smith being chased out left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing now, Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been in practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Into the end zone, Washington Redskins touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial.